Hello friends, welcome to my channel Let's Learn Literature. This is Shruti Singh. I'm here again with a new video for all our literature students. So our today's topic is Renaissance. Renaissance is a very familiar term for all the literature students because if you are doing your graduation with this subject, so this will be the very first topic of our syllabus. So though it is a very common question and is often asked in exams, but as the students are new to literature, they find certain difficulties in writing their answers and they don't know how to write their answer or what things should be included in the answers. क्योंकि स्कूल से ठीक है आप पढ़ के आए हैं इंग्लिश में, बट स्कूल लेवल का इंग्लिश इज़ टोटली डिफरेंट फ्रॉम द कॉलेज लेवल लिटरेचर. So here is the answer for all the questions, and all the notes regarding the videos and all the lectures will be provided in my Instagram page, that is Let's Learn Literature, and I will link my Instagram account in the description box. So if you guys want notes about the lectures, you can follow me there. And so let's begin. So we'll start by introduction. So literally the term Renaissance means rebirth, and we are studying Renaissance in terms of literature. So here Renaissance means the rebirth of classical learning, classical literature, especially of Greek literatures. Renaissance means rebirth, and rebirth is obvious thing. rebirth उसी का हो सकता है जिसका पहले birth हुआ हो, जिसकी पहले existence हो. लिटरेचर में क्लासिकल लर्निंग, क्लासिकल टाइम पे क्लासिकल लिटरेचर था, बट during Middle Ages that classical literature somewhere disappeared. So what happened in Renaissance, that the writers of this era or this age wrote their work in the factors of the classical learning, or they make classical topics the matter of their writing. And so it is in common words, Renaissance means rebirth, and in literature it means the rebirth of classical learning or classical literature. There is a very common definition of Renaissance given by Tilliard. He says Renaissance was the manifestation of a new life, an outburst of a virtuous floridity after the cramping restraints and withering aesthetics. Now Renaissance in England. Now why especially in England? Let me show you why especially in England. As we all know, Renaissance started in Italy, but that was not in literature. That was a Renaissance for other issues like social issues, political issues, but here we are discussing Renaissance in literature. So what is prescribed in our syllabus is that Renaissance that has started from England, that is the Renaissance in England. So the influence of Renaissance reached England at the end of the 15th century, और बहुत से रीजंस थे उसे फ्लॉरिश करने के लिए, उसे स्ट्रेंथन करने के लिए, क्योंकि कोई भी चीज़ जब स्टार्ट होती है तो उसके पीछे बहुत से रीजंस होते हैं, उसके पीछे रीजंस होने भी चाहिए. विदाउट रीजंस कोई चीज़ आगे बढ़ नहीं सकती. मतलब अगर लिख भी रहे हैं हम, ठीक है, क्लासिकल लर्निंग्स लिख रहे हैं, क्लासिकल मैटर्स पे लिख रहे हैं, बट कुछ इशू होना तो चाहिए, कुछ क्या चेंजेस हो रहे हैं, क्या तब थे. तो उसके लिए बहुत से फैक्टर्स ने इफ़ेक्ट किया था. एंड एज वी ऑल नो, रेनेसा कवर्स अ वेरी लॉन्ग स्पैन ऑफ टाइम, दैट इज़ फ्रॉम 1516 टू 1625. So we can for our convenience we can just divide the time period of Renaissance in three phases, that is early Renaissance from 1516 to 1558, Elizabethan age from 1558 to 1603. Now here what the important thing is that students often get confused between Elizabethan age and the Renaissance, the characteristics of both. So they need not to be confused because both of them are same. Elizabethan age comes under Renaissance. So characteristics of Renaissance and Elizabethan age are same. So if you have prepared the characteristics of Renaissance, that means you have prepared the characteristics of Elizabethan age also. And the third phase, that is the Jacobean age, starts from 1603 and ends with the end of the Renaissance, that is in 1625. Now let's move on to the characteristics. So the very first characteristic of Renaissance is the revival of knowledge of antiquity. Now antiquity means प्राचीन काल. तो शुरू से as I have said, it is the rebirth. So पुरानी चीज़ें हैं, उन्हीं का नॉलेज का रिवाइवल. अगेन वी आर स्टडिंग द सेम थिंग्स, जो चीज़ें पहले थी. सो द रिवाइवल ऑफ क्लासिकल लर्निंग इज़ अ फैक्टर ऑफ इमेंस इम्पॉर्टेंस इन Renaissance. Actually it is the basis of Renaissance. Classical learning, classical literature, this is all about Renaissance. The whole Renaissance moves around it. And as we all know, Renaissance began in Italy. So everything starts with some people who become the face of that thing. So Renaissance in Italy began with Petrarch, Boccaccio, Pico della Mirandola, etc. They were the major faces of Renaissance in Italy. Next is the discovery of the new physical world. Yeah, Renaissance may also be called as the era of discovery, because as we were studying about the past, that is the rebirth, so we were studying about the past. तो पुरानी जितनी भी चीज़ें हैं वो तो हमने पढ़ी, उसके साथ we discovered something new also, because पुराने हमारे सब्जेक्ट मैटर्स थे, बट वॉट एवर वॉज रिटन वॉज न्यू. पुराने सब्जेक्ट मैटर्स पे नई चीज़ें ही लिखी गई थी. सो बहुत सी नई डिस्कवरीज हुई थी. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ द डिस्कवरीज came into existence in this era, and one of the greatest discovery was astronomy. And it became very beneficial for the world, because the astronomy suggested merchants to explore the world, and this exploration gave the world very beneficial things. And it is the same time when Vasco da Gama circumnavigated Cape and the Columbus discovered the world. Invention of printing press. Now this is the landmark, watermark, or whatever we can say, not only for that Renaissance age, but for the whole literature, for whole humanity, for whole world. And the first printing press was set up in 1476. That was Caxton printing press. This should be noted. And printing press की डिस्कवरी से व्हाट वाज द बेनिफिट फॉर अस, कि पहले जो चीज़ें लिखी गई, जिन टॉपिक्स पे लिखी गई, वो हैंड रिटन राइटर ने लिख दी, एंड वो ज़्यादा लोगों तक पहुंचती नहीं थी. एक कॉपी 2 लोग, 4 लोग, 6 लोग, और समटाइम्स दे वर ऑल्सो कॉपीड बाई सम फॉलोअर्स ऑफ द राइटर्स, बट फिर भी वो उतनी ना उनकी फ्रिक्वेंसी थी और ना ही स्ट्रेंथ की एक ही कॉपी की 1000 2000 कॉपीज़ हो सके. सो लिटरेचर वॉज नॉट ईजली accessible to the people, and then came printing press, and this was a miracle in the field of literature, because after the invention of printing press, literature become easily accessible to all the people, and they come under the influence of humanism. The people then knew about the things that were happening around them, may it be social or political or any issue. So it just increased the intellect of the people, and it broadened the mindset of the people. Now reforms in this institution. पहले क्या था, लिटरेचर वॉज डोमिनेटेड बाय द स्पिरिट ऑफ रिलीजन एंड ब्लाइंड फेथ, कि अब हर किसी के पास लिटरेचर था नहीं, प्रिंटिंग प्रेस था नहीं, तो जो अंधविश्वास थी, धर्म से जुड़ी चीज़ें थी, रिलीजन से जुड़ी चीज़ें थी, दे वर डोमिनेटिंग लिटरेचर. बट व्हाट हैपेंड आफ्टर द इन्वेंशन ऑफ प्रिंटिंग प्रेस, कि people knew about the literature and about the things, about the reality of the things, and this evoked a tendency of questioning in people. And when they start questioning the institution, they reevaluated and broadened the level of human mind to a new heights. famous writers. So as we all know, literature reflects the tendencies of the age in which it is produced, and there is always a great literary artist who become the mouthpiece of the time. लिटरेचर हमें क्या बताता है? वॉट एवर इज़ रिटन अबाउट द सराउंडिंग एंड एटमॉस्फेयर ऑफ दैट टाइम, द मेंटेलिटी ऑफ द पीपल, द सिचुएशन ऑफ द पीपल, द माइंडसेट ऑफ द पीपल, एवरीथिंग. तो हर एज में कुछ ऐसे राइटर्स थे हु बिकेम द माउथ पीस, लाइक दे रिफ्लेक्टेड their era best in the literature, and by studying them or their work, we get the exact knowledge about the situations, the circumstances of the age in which they produced their work. So some of the famous writers who became the mouthpiece of the Renaissance were in drama: William Shakespeare, Christopher Marlowe, John Webster. John Webster is a very famous Jacobean dramatist, and William Shakespeare we all are aware of, like Hamlet and Merchant of Venice. Like he was a gem of English literature. And in poets, Philip Sidney, Edmund Spenser, and Spenser is also known as representative poet of Elizabethan era. We all know John Donne, John Milton. They were just the rising stars of Renaissance. John Milton was called the rising star of Renaissance. And if you talk about the prose writers, so Francis Bacon, I think Bacon is called the prince of English essayists. So, and Thomas Nash. Thomas Nash is one of the university wits. And if you guys don't know about university wit, later on for the video, any video, we will be discussing about university wits also, because they played a very important role in literature of the time, and they are very useful for the perspective of exam also. Browne, Hooker. So this is all about literature. Again, I want to tell that all the notes are provided in my Instagram page, which will be linked in the description box below. So don't forget to follow me there. And also, if you guys found this video interesting, do like my video, share it with your friends as much as you can, and do not forget to subscribe my channel and press the bell icon also, so that you will never miss any stated update.